Hello friends, welcome back. Today we will be seeing how to make this 5-layered completely filled chocolatey ice cream cake with the beautiful decoration on top. Also, in my last video I told you people that I will be showing you how to make the proper whipped cream. If you want to go to the whipped cream directly, go to the time given in the screen. So now let's get started. So now let's start baking up the cake. So the link of the cake is given in the description box below. You can use either vanilla or chocolate cake. Anything is up to your choice. Any cake recipe would go good, but I'm using chocolate cake which I'm making in my cooker. Also I'm using the same cake tin which I'll be using for layering up my chocolate cake. So meanwhile our cake is getting baked up. Let us create our chocolate decorations. For that, chop chocolate compound. If you're not having chocolate compound, you can also use dairy milk. So here I'm using semi-sweetened dark chocolate. So next, on my stove I'm having a super boiling hot water. On top in a bowl we'll be placing the cut chocolate, and to this we will be adding nearly 1 to 1.5 tablespoon of butter. The quantity of chocolate and butter are completely as per your wish. So I'm having more quantity of chocolate, so I'm adding nearly 1 tablespoon of butter. You can alter the consistency by adding more or less butter. So this is how the consistency I like. If you want a more liquidy one, you can surely go on and do it, but please be careful and make sure that you do not burn the chocolate. So to make a different kind of decoration, I'm just spreading the chocolate all over. Like, this is basically the excess chocolate which I am having, and drawing a few shapes on that, and after freezing we'll be just demolding it. So if you see up here, this is the rock salt which I used for baking my cake, and this is completely normal. The color will change, the texture will change, but I have been using this for multiple times, so it is completely normal. No need to worry. So check your cake whether it's completely cooked or not, and then we'll be allowing it to cool out. So once it cools down, just start to demold the cake. If you want to do it immediately, not at all an issue. Just allow your cake to come to at least room temperature. Just demold it, and make sure that if your cake is too moisture, please do not put it into a wire stand. If you're going to do that, then your cake might crumble. So now I'm cutting my cake into two different parts. So I'm actually facing a bit of damage up here because my cake is like extremely moist and it starts to crumble easily. So now we'll be just separating the top part because it has already been broken up into pieces, and this part I'll be using it as my base, and the big and thick part I'll be using it in the top layer of the cake. If you want, you can just do the vice versa, not at all a problem. Anyways, you'll be getting the same pattern. So now we'll be just needing to remove the baking paper which we placed in the starting while we were baking the cake. So now I'm just going to wash my cake tin. If you're having the same size another cake tin, you can surely go on and use it because our cake needs to get fit into it. So after washing, take again baking paper and line it up onto your cake tin just like what I'm doing on the screen, and tighten it up. Now we will be making the layer of the crumbled base. So I'm using the crumbled base because it gives me a proper structure to my cake. Also, the other half of the cake is also a really good choice, and it will give your cake a good height on the bottom. Anyways, you can make it either side of it, even at the last. So I'm doing like this because making this layer on top would become a difficult task. So that's why I'm doing like this. Just firmly press your cake, crumble it, like make it into a powder, and just press it up here and there. Make sure you press it hard, and the cake must not fall down, or when you tilt up the cake tin, the cake must not fall down. So once your cake is set, we'll be taking our ice cream, just defrost it. Make sure your ice cream is not too hard, and even this time I'm using shop bought ice cream because I wanted to do this in a hurry because the birthday and the time was not too far. So in my ice cream there are also some choco chips. If your ice cream does not have any toppings, you can surely go on and add as many toppings as per your wish. Add ice cream. The ice cream quantity which I'm using here is 500 ml. So I'll be using 500 ml chocolate, 500 ml vanilla, and again 500 ml of chocolate. So now we'll be evenly spreading this all over and make a smooth surface. After smoothly spreading the layer of ice cream, use a clean aluminum foil, cover it up, and use another plate to make sure that the aluminum foil does not go anywhere in the freezer. So now I'll be freezing this for nearly 3 to 5 hours. So once after it's frozen, it looks something like this. It is super hard. So next we will be adding in our vanilla ice cream. This is also a 500 ml tub, and this is also shop brought ice cream. So just scoop it up and add it. You can also do a chocolate layer even in this one, but too much chocolate, nobody likes it, I think. So I just wanted to add a different shade of color. After spreading vanilla evenly and smoothly, then repeat the same process again by adding the aluminum foil and covering it up with a plate. So the final layer also is chocolate. So now we'll be adding in our top layer of cake. So here is my cake, and carefully just remove your cake from the plate and just place it on top of your ice cream cake, so that your cake does not break at any cost. So after placing up the cake, don't use aluminum foil but a big utensil kind of thing, and just freeze it up. Again, freeze this cake for about 4 hours or until it gets super hard. So here's my cake after nearly 4 to 5 hours, and using a knife, just loosen up the sides so that removing the cake would be easier. So after loosening up the sides, remove the thing and transfer it onto your cake board. If you're not having a cake board, you can also use a plate. So now I'm just removing the base tin and the baking paper. So you see, basically looks like a huge ice cream sandwich, and it looks so good. You can also cut the cake directly like this, but now I'm going to decorate it with whipping cream. So for my easy decoration, I'm just keeping a steel plate as my base support. So now for the whipping cream one, take 2 different bowls. So I'll explain the different types of whipping cream now. So there'll be basically like 3 types of whipping cream. One is whipping cream powder, one is the frozen one you can get, liquid one, and also you can make whipping cream using fresh cream. So today I am doing using the frozen one. So you can get it in 500 ml or 1 liter pack. So I'm using the mini one because my cake is not too big and I'll not be using nearly 1 kg of whipping cream. So it's like you will be needing to just defrost or bring the whipping cream to the optimal temperature before like 24 to 48 hours before you whip the cream. Like you just need to keep it in the normal refrigerator but not in the freezer. So now take 2 different bowls. In one bowl I'm adding ice cold water, and using a spoon I'm just taking just a small scoop of water to make sure that my bowl in which I whip the cream is also really chill. So after doing this, I'll be just washing the bowl with ice cold water, and now we will be pouring in our whipping cream. So my whipping cream looks something like this. So while making whipping cream, I highly recommend that you people use an electric blender so that you can get the perfect results and also in a quicker time. So after whipping, the stiff peaks are something like this, and this looks so satisfying and good, and it took about 5 to 10 minutes for me to complete it, and it can vary from the kind of whipping cream you use. If it's powder, it's different. And now just give it a light stir and just scrape off the ends, and you see it does not fall so easily. So it proves that your whipping cream is perfect. So now let's start decorating the cake. So here's my completely frozen cake, and now just a bit of whipping cream on the base of the cake board so that your cake will just stick to the cake board. And now just start applying whipping cream all over your cake and cover your cake thoroughly with whipping cream. Make sure that there are no gaps. In case if you're not having the proper spreader or spatula, just smoothen it up using the knife, but not the sharp part of the knife but the blunt part of the knife, so that you get a super smooth look and it looks like shop bought cakes. So next I have also done another batch of whipping cream so that for it will be useful for my decorations even, because the first batch which I did was less in quantity. So to get the brown shade I am adding cocoa powder. Basically, I'm adding cocoa powder just to get the brown shade. The brown color can vary from person to person. So if you want a light brown, add less amount of cocoa powder. If you want a darker brown, add more of cocoa powder. I'm using cocoa powder because I'm not having the brown food coloring. If you're having brown food coloring, please do go on and use it. So after mixing up or after getting your desired color of brown in whipping cream, you will be transferring it into a piping bag with a nozzle. So I'm using a cloth piping bag. If you're not having a piping bag, you can just use a plastic cover for piping, and I'm also having a nozzle to it. I don't know the proper size of the nozzle, but I'll put the size of the nozzle in the description box below, so please do check it out. So now for decorating the sides of the cake, I am mixing choco chips and choco sprinkles. So I'm having dark choco chips, milk choco chips and dark chocolate sprinkles. So just take a handful and just stick it to your whipping cream layer which you just applied. Also I have just added waffles to give a really good look to my cake. That is completely optional. If you're not having them, you can basically skip that step. Or if you're not having even choco chips and sprinkles, you can cover the whole cake with just plain whipping cream. Not at all a problem. So after freezing this, here's our whipping cream which we made. I mean the cocoa powder whipping cream. So now I'll be decorating it. So now for decorating, you just have to basically observe the thing how I'm doing it. So start up with like this and then increase height layer by layer. So I'm just doing a 2 swirl in the sides, and in the middle I'm planning to do a really high one. So you see this is how it looks. And also the designs vary upon what nozzle you use. The type of nozzle you use, it is completely up to your choice. So now to cover the sides of my cake board and make the cake exactly look like the shop one, so I'm just decorating even the sides of the cake board. So now we'll be freezing this for about 1 hour to make sure that our whole cake is super hard. So next, to give a pop of color to our cake, I have made orange shade. So my brother loves orange, so I just made orange. You can use any color or any shade you want to. I just transferred it into my piping bag, and now we'll be doing some decorations. This is completely optional. If you want to do this step, you can do it, or just go and continue adding your chocolate decorations on top. So here I am even decorating my wafer sticks or wafer rolls. So they basically look like towers. So this is how my final decorated cake looks like. I am also taking help from my mom to just rotate the cake completely. And on the side, if you see, there are my chocolate bits. I have just unmolded them. So these are my chocolate bits which I made in my silicone mold which I brought. After decorating completely, just pipe the name beautifully with the same piping tip which you used, or else you can also use a different piping tip. And this is the final result. I also added a bit of gold luster dust onto my chocolates here and there to give it a royal look. This is just an extra bit which you can do to make your cake look even more pretty. So when you cut the cake, it looks in different layers like this. Isn't it so mouth-watering and yummy? So I hope that all of you try this cake. This cake can be used and is a perfect combo for literally any occasion, let it be New Year, birthdays, anniversaries, parties, anything. So I hope that all of you like this video. If yes, do give it a big thumbs up and let me know your suggestions in the comment section below. Also, if you are new to my channel and I have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and click the bell icon to get instant notification. And also, I hope that we reach 200 subscribers before 2021. Thank you. Bye bye.